Central America, what comes to mind? Tropical beaches, maybe dense jungles? Well, if so, you'd be right on both counts for Belize. But this small nation, located right on the Caribbean coast, is holding a monumental secret. Because believe it or not, it's actually the heart of an ancient world. And we'll talk more about that in just a second. For centuries before any European ship even touched the coast, this entire area was flourishing with one of the most brilliant civilizations in human history. The Maya. I mean, imagine giant stone cities like Caracol, which was once bigger than modern-day Belize City. Or Zunan Tunich, whose massive pyramid still looks out over the valley. These weren't just simple villages, they were advanced city-states. They had totally mastered engineering, astronomy, and math, complete with their own writing system. And if you don't believe me, just look at the ruins of Lamanai and Altunha today. They're absolute proof of the Maya's incredible power. But by the time the Spanish rolled up in the 16th century, those huge Maya cities were already starting to fade. The people who remained were living in smaller, scattered communities. They couldn't defeat the conquistadors outright, but they couldn't be decisively beaten either. The Spanish tried to force Christianity on them, and it mostly just bounced off. So what did the Spanish do? They basically ignored the place. They called it too rough, too swampy, and most importantly, it wasn't packed with gold. So the Spanish looked right past it. And that is the exact moment the British crashed the party. And this is where the story of Belize takes a sharp, wild turn. Because the Spanish kept their distance, this rugged, marshy coastline became the perfect hideout. At first it was buccaneers, yeah, straight-up pirates, who used the coast as a base to attack Spanish treasure ships. But by the mid-17th century, they shifted to a slightly more legitimate, though still dangerous business. Logwood cutting. Why logwood? Because a dye from this tree was like gold for Europe's booming fabric industry. These British settlers, who called themselves baymen, were trespassing, and Spain saw them as squatters. So while Spain still officially owned the place, they were tired of fighting. That's why, in 1763 and 1783, they basically shrugged and signed treaties. The Spanish allowed the Brits to cut valuable wood, but they strictly forbade the baymen from setting up any kind of formal government here. So the baymen created a strange, anarchic society, running things through informal public meetings. It was ruled by the settlers, for the settlers. But this